Welcome, I'm David.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Desmonds Donders. Hello, welcome to Abirlaur. Still on the River Spey, and you'll probably recognise the bridge at least. This is going to be in one short video. Lindsay is unwell. She's got the lurgy I had at the start of the week, thankfully passed on by our son, and we'll pass it back when we get home, believe you me. Anyway, we'll have a brief look around. There's folk fishing, and the river is high and coloured, so I for one don't think there'll be much caught, but you never know. It's one of those chance encounters. Let's go and have a look. There's a couple of fishermen, and they're spinning. And I do believe I have happened on somebody who's got a fish. Don't play with it, so get it in. Well, it just shows what I know about salmon fishing. And it looked like this guy wasn't spinning, but it was on the fly. Picture being taken. And the fish going back. Abirlaur is a town in Moray, Scotland. It is 12 miles south of Elgin on the road to Grantown. A burn, the Lour burn, is a tributary of the River Spey, and the surrounding parish are both named Abirlaur.
but the name is most commonly used in reference to the village which straddles the stream and flanks the Spey, although the full name of the village is Charlestown of Aberlour. A site noticed as Abirlaur is shown in this location on the maps in Joan Bleu's Atlas of Scotland from 1654. The current village, Charlestown of Aberlour, was founded by Mr. Charles Grant of Elchies in 1812, with the name of Charlestown of Aberlour after his son Charles. It is commonly referred to simply as Abirlaur. The town was granted its feud charter in 1814 and began to operate its own markets. Whisky was a major industry even then, and once the 1823 Act was passed and a longer procedure and process introduced, it began to take on the more mature characteristics that we are familiar with today. The local townsfolk, or at least some of them, taking on permaculture. I wonder if it's triggered by the difficulty of getting your salad in winter. No problems getting neeps, tatties and turnips.
It is Saturday the 25th of February, the last full day before we go home tomorrow and I go back to work on Monday. I have a stinking head cold, so apologies for the sniffles and the sneezing. David convinced me to go out and get some fresh air, and I think it's a bit too fresh. This is the walk to Lynn Falls. It looks like there's been a lot of work done on new fencing, but I really ought to have brought my stick. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to make it to the falls or not. The path is really slippy and very mucky, but we can but try. We've been entertained all day by a group of people in the field next door. It looks like they're making the start of a community veg patch, garden, whatever. And I believe, although I could have this completely wrong, that it's called a permaculture, where you build up a lot of dead leaves, mulch, and, well, there's cardboard underneath it, and then the dead leaves and the mulch, and then cover it in soil to allow it to break down to grow veggies. I only know about it because I used to watch a YouTube channel about a couple in Canada that travelled in a camper van for about, I think, 3 years, and then had enough money to buy I don't know what you call it, a steading. I don't know what the Canadians call it, sorry guys. There was a log cabin, and a lot of land with a lot of trees on it, apple trees and the like. Oh, hang on, there's someone coming. Okay, where were we? Oh, I've forgotten. Yeah, I just met a lovely lady from Fraserburgh who was just coming back, and she goes out on car trips and decided to come here today and taking pictures of the waterfall, and says it's in full spate, so should be something to see. Can't remember what I was saying before, I've forgotten. And just saw a couple of people with a dog and another couple behind them. He's carrying a cat basket and she's carrying a cat. Too monkey for the cat. It certainly is very mucky, but with the amount of rain we've had, it's no wonder. But this is the walk to Lynn Falls. And you spot the weir. It's only a small one, but I think it's where the distillery checks the quality of the water. You can't actually smell the distillery as you're going past. We had a lovely Chinese last night. It was nice not to have to cook, just for once. Very tasty. I was obviously hungrier than I thought because I snarfled the whole lot, and David had his. So I can highly recommend the Plum Garden in Abirlaur, but then I can also recommend the fish and chip shop because we've been there on various occasions, but this time I decided a Chinese was what I wanted. Saying that, we haven't had a fish supper at all this holiday. It is a bit of a hike up and down these little slopes. You have pine cones, pine needles, stones, roots and muck to contend with. So you just have to be careful where you're putting your feet and watch out for slippy bits that'll trip you up. Hopefully not. I haven't heard or seen any evidence of wind today. It's actually quite calm. The temperature in the van said it was 1.5 degrees outside. It's cold, but not bitterly cold. But then I am wrapped up. I treated myself. My sister and my sister's family gave me some money for Christmas, and I didn't know what to do with it at Christmas time, so I put it towards buying a set of fingerless gloves and a scarf. It's from a company called Turtle Doves. They recycle old cashmere jumpers, and to be honest, it's lovely. It cost a fair bit more than the money I got from my sister, but I thought, what the hell, I'll treat myself. I don't treat myself very often. So thanks to Joan and Dave and Sam and Ewan, I'm now going around with a very colourful, multicoloured cashmere scarf on and a pair of fingerless gloves, which I have worn all week. This is the first time the scarf's been out, but because I've got such a head cold, I decided I'd do with a bit more warmth. I really wish I knew what those white flowers were. I'm sure it's wild garlic, but I'm not 100% because they are everywhere. I'll have a look when I get home to see if I can find them in the book. I'm sure we looked before and we couldn't find them. I've seen my first crocuses and primroses, although some of the primroses are the shop bought ones, so they're kind of forced, I think. Oh my giddy aunt. Somebody's left a bag of kindling. Stupid idiots. Look, there's the falls. The people drive me nuts. I'll soon you in. They're not actually as full as I thought they would be. Right, I'm going to try and get closer, but to do that I need my hands. And here's my multicolour scarf. Doubt you can hear me over the water. I'll turn you around and show you the water. And as David said before, somebody's nicked the trees. Someone's chopped the tree down so it doesn't spoil the view. And there is the water going down. I'm going to head back now, so thanks for coming. Sorry if you can't hear me, but it is noisy. And take care, guys.
Thank you for watching Desmonds Donders. And remember, please take nothing but memories and leave nothing but tracks. Please subscribe and ring the bell for notifications, and hopefully we'll see you next time.